all right. So welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Josh, because we did this like in person in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Can I shake your hand?
I think you can.
You've been vaccinated,
right?
Yeah,
I'm a vaccinated brother here. You know what I'm saying? But welcome back to the Black Podcast. I am your boy Corey Corso. That's with 2 L's, and I have my boy Josh here.
Definitely to the right this time.
To the right.
It's Josh Soul Bravo, the Soul Bravado, on all platforms imaginable. And this is Corey and I live in person.
Man, it's been a minute.
Bro, man, months, years.
It's been a long minute. Everybody out of quarantine. People going back out and stuff.
Yeah, man, you can't tell if people without masks are like Trump supporters or just vaccinated people, man.
Exactly.
You can't really tell anymore. That's concerning.
It's very concerning because everybody gonna say they're vaccinated now. You don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. No, you're not.
And like businesses aren't allowed to ask you if you're vaccinated or not. They just gotta go off your word.
See.
It's crazy out here.
Now I guess some businesses you still have to wear your mask if they're privately owned or whatever's going on. But I am happy to not have to wear a mask. I am happy to have a little normalcy back in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I miss it because I like to mumble little shit behind my mask. I don't miss that. And I gotta get back on the lip regimen.
Niggas reading your lips now like, you just called me a bitch.
Oh, God. Damn. But I have a mask on. You gotta lube up.
Right.
Your lips can't be dusty no more.
At all.
No. Take care of yourself.
Wash your whole face.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I used to that life,
but that's good. I'm happy to be back here with you, Josh.
Stuff, man.
Doing what we love to do. Talking about these things. Stuff that's going on. 'Cause a lot has happened.
Yes.
A lot has happened.
Even just in our little time gone, it's been 5 months or so, man.
Yeah.
Man. It's Orange Man gone, and I feel like we disappeared on y'all. That's not the case.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Look, Trump had everything to do with that.
Yeah.
But I know, it's this May was the year anniversary of the death of George Floyd, and I know we heard a month or two ago about him, Derek Chauvin actually being found guilty, which is a surprise or not likely to happen with police officers. So we all were happy about that.
Yeah.
But now we just recently got how many years this man gonna get?
22.
22 years. 22.5. Let's get them all of them.
Get them 6 months. Collect those.
Right. Collect all of them. And I'm hearing he may serve 15 because of good behavior and things like that. And I know a lot of people had a lot to say about him getting 22 years. How do you feel about it, Josh? You think 22 years is enough?
Yeah, man. I don't know. But part of me is like, give him life. He took somebody else's life, And the other part is just like being accepting of some type of accountability. Just seeing cops doing things and then being arrested and charged for the things that they've done. It's sad it took a 8.5 minute video of him kneeling on somebody's neck to get any type of justice. But I mean, I'm okay with that. Honestly, I don't know if he's gonna make it. 15 years in jail. There's a whole bunch of brothers in there who know Derek Chauvin and what he looked like. They've been following the story. So I mean,
unless they keeping him protected, it's gonna be kind of hard.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get with some of the Aryan Brotherhood or something. Because he's gonna be first night. It's gonna be a rough couple weeks.
Everybody know who you are, right? Man, I think, and I'm gonna just be honest, because I don't think any amount of time would have been satisfying. Like if even if you said life, I know to his family, it's like you still can't bring George back.
Right.
I do feel like I was saying I would be satisfied as long as he got over 20 years. Yeah. But there's a lot of people who done less and got more time. So it's kind of hard to when you compare it that way. Should we just be grateful old niggas and like at least he got convicted?
The court system always works out, not normally for us. So I get that, and I mean, I guess we have to start somewhere. I mean, this is a stepping stone.
It definitely is. I agree with that.
Police accountability. I mean, everybody records the police now, and I think that's super important.
Yeah.
You see some shit happen, even if you don't see no shit happen. You pull out your phone, record. They're supposed to have their body cam footage and shit. So,
absolutely. They good to cut that shit off when they want to.
They will.
So having your raw footage means everything.
Mm-hmm.
Most
definitely. I just saw another case. I know they said on our our list here, but I saw another case. I think it was last year in May sometime. This dude, I guess it was a domestic call because the girl had took his kids, and he was like, "This is the third time." And this dude charged him, slapped him in the face, put him down. He was cuffed and then kneed him in the face. His body camera was off. But
of course.
But his partner was recording on his body cam.
So we saw all that.
And they just released the footage, I think, 3 or 4 days ago for that. And, like, he
Man.
suspended and shit. But
literally, thank God for camera phones and body cams, because where would we be? Where would we be? You know, like, as far as black people being literally, like, goddamn, you know, beaten.
Yeah.
And people you don't even know. You know what I mean?
If it was 98, you have a record on your shoulder. Like,
right.
You can't. But yeah, we got the technology in our pockets is gonna end up protecting us, and hopefully it's gonna develop the accountability that we've been asking and pleading for from everybody.
Yeah,
you know, not just cops, but
for everybody, because a lot of crazy shit's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be held accountable.
Exactly.
No, I agree. But you know, Derek Chauvin, I know his mom was saying how he's a nice guy, and you know he's really not this person. You know, we're trying to. You know, the 8, the 9, 10 minute, how long the video is showed, you know, I mean, he had no humanity, or he didn't feel any type of way about George, and that's the issue. But
you wouldn't kneel on anybody now.
Anybody now.
Black. That's
right.
Makes him a good person.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Pleading for the victimhood.
Come on.
The kindness that Chauvin did not show is what he deserved all of a sudden.
Right. He also said he told the family of George Floyd, he sent condolences to them, and he said there will be more information that comes out that will bring you some peace. And that was quite confusing, because I'm not sure what else can be said, or what else you can show me to maybe be like, you know what, that's not peaceful. I mean, you got George somewhere. That was like a double
side. George, come on out, man.
Come on out, man. We made our point. You know, it's been a year. He's not really dead. You guys feel better now? That's the only peace you can bring, unless you bring that man back. If you're not bringing him back, don't even do that. And as the person who killed George Floyd, to say it to his family, you could have left that out. I don't even take your condolences. I don't feel like that was real, but you could have left it at that.
Yeah, I think the church folk though, they were like, we're praying for them, and God in our hearts, and
But y'all keep on praying, because I'm not praying for Derek.
Nah, I'm not, man. I'm done. Prayed out.
I prayed out.
Last summer was long.
Okay.
And stuff.
And I feel like, I'm like, it's been only a year. Like, a lot, you know, like, that was a lot. But all in all, we're grateful that, you know, at least he's being held to some type of, you know, accountability. And, you know, he's going to get some time. And, you know, hopefully we can keep this thing going as far as black people not just being, you know, killed or treated badly, and cops getting away with it. Like, it's okay, you know. Hopefully this is the start of it not being okay, and, you know, people start to get, you know, pay consequences for their actions. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Let's hope this isn't just like a little, you know, hey, y'all got Juneteenth, like a little, you know, hey, we gave y'all something, and then it just goes back to normal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something else.
And speaking of Juneteenth, it's a national holiday.
Hey, man.
You know, which is, it's quite exciting. I mean, us niggas, we would celebrate anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like, that wasn't, y'all, you know, they didn't have to, like, make it a national holiday for niggas to celebrate. We would celebrate anyway. I appreciate the acknowledgement. But damn, they can't even talk about Juneteenth and like stuff in school, right? Like, so we can't teach our kids, but we're gonna tell them we're gonna have a national holiday. We're gonna celebrate this, but I can't tell you exactly why we're celebrating it.
That don't make no sense at all. Critical race theory is crazy, and I had to look it up because I was like, damn, do I know what critical race theory is? And I'm looking up different books and stuff, and this is stuff that's already on the shelf. It's just stuff that black people are kind of like subconsciously aware about because of the old heads in their community. Right. And, you know, just growing up black. You know, and experiencing things and experiencing your friends' experiences. You know? So, yeah, and I that would be great, being common knowledge. I guess everyone, the colonizer's opinion is that it's teaching us to hate white people. You know.
That they did it on their own. I mean, you hated us first. You know what I'm saying? We were hated first, so
tag, you're it.
You know, exactly. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, like I said, I'll take it, but black people, we have asked for so much more than a national holiday. So it'd be nice if you can give us what kind of we asked for. Um, make some rules that say if a cop, kills an unarmed black person, that they automatically get you're automatically tried or convicted or whatever. So that would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't even think that ain't even a black person ask. I think that should just be if you kill somebody who's unarmed, then you should be criminalized,
right,
penalized for that.
It just don't happen to only black. It seems like it just happens to mostly black.
It's heavily more black folks,
But everyone deserves that.
But everyone deserves that right now. As far as black folks, man, we can talk reparations. We could talk, we could talk a whole bunch of black stuff that you can give us specifically. But we carry everybody else up with us.
Right.
When we pass and succeed in something, they find a way to take advantage of it for everyone else. So.
Of course.
Happy Juneteenth, though.
How about I said, but happy Juneteenth to all my niggas out there. White and black.
All them niggas in Texas, man, just found out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, like, praying for the day that this slavery shit is over and knowing that it was over 2 years ago?
You can go with the mess like, say, bro, let me holler at you for a second.
So now you real disrespectful. Like, you already beat me and treated me like shit and raped my daughter or some shit. But now I ain't even got to be here. That's the rule. I ain't got to be here. And you still have me here. Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, I mean, hey,
yeah,
it's a start. It's a start of an acknowledgement of something. You know what I mean?
I saw something earlier. We can get back on track, but I saw something earlier that said that slavery was replaced by capitalism, or they're like one and the same. That's what slavery was about. It was about having free workers and then raking in the money for that free work. But then capitalism is trying to make it like strapping your bootstraps and working hard to become who you know. You know what I'm saying?
It's all the same shit.
It's fucking wild, man. This country's rooted in it, and that's why we gotta teach the kids that shit.
Yeah, no, real shit. Well, yeah. So, moving on from one white person or white people to the next, but no. Britney Spears, man. Britney Spears is. Britney Spears was that girl. 2000. I mean, she kind of kicked off the whole pop thing for real. Like, she, and she's been going through a lot. I know the Free Britney movement has been big for a couple years now. And I know she just had her conservatorship hearing that she actually spoke, about her dad, and his team, I guess, pretty much controlling her, whether she's on birth control, putting her on meds. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Britney documentary on Hulu. I watched it a little ways back, but it just talked about how kind of like the paparazzi and all that kind of just really messed her up, and it made her look like a crazy person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought she was great.
Yeah, we did. And then even with the whole haircut thing, her cutting her hair, and I think she cut her hair just to be rebellious. Y'all want to see me all the time. Like, I'm gonna cut my, fuck that.
She had to find some freedom.
She had to find some freedom somewhere, and if you look at her life, you can just tell that she's been searching for some type of peace for a while. But this conservatorship stuff, man, and her dad it's really messed up, She
owns, he essentially owns her and everything she does, and her music, her business.
Yeah. I think it's normal for someone to have a conservatorship with their business, because if you're not good with handling money, if you're too young, your dad or your mom might control it. But it's not so often you have somebody controlling your personal too, like your person, he has control over her finances and her as a person. Which is too much, and she's obviously okay to take care of herself. She's grown as hell. And it's just great you can do it to your own daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Serve that money.
Exactly, and it's crazy that it always boils down to the dollar. It's always about money. And we know Britney got plenty of money. You know what I'm saying? But she said she ain't working no more. She said she not performing no more until this conservatorship shit is taken care of, until she has control over her stuff, and I don't blame her. What you think? Like, how would you handle, you know, do you think her dad, kind of means well and things just got out of hand, or, you think she really needs it? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, that's that's like a legal version of what like Michael Jackson went through as a child. Like he was like Joe was like restricting him to this lane and this lane only, and like he didn't have a chance to live and dream
Right.
that way. But with Britney, it's like legal. She could probably have some ramifications if she like were to live her own life.
yeah.
That's wild to even just think about having somebody run your life. He said well, she can't have no babies.
He said she got to be on. She has I guess a birth control. What you call it? IVR. I mean, not IVR, but something. Something she has to. She can't have babies. She said she wants to get it taken out. She has to go to her dad. The doctors won't take it out off her word. Like the dad has to say she can get it taken out.
That is wild.
And that's like the same effect of I feel like government. Thinking. They can tell women. Not to have abortion, or you can or cannot have an abortion. Now you're gonna tell me, I can be on birth control or can't be on birth. Like, why do we feel as men that we can, direct and police the woman's body, the gateway to this earth, literally?
Exactly.
Like, who am I?
Niggas are wilding. Niggas been wilding. The white niggas started off wilding.
This is true.
But
they've been wilding for a while.
Telling a woman she can't have a baby is like telling a woman she has to have a baby.
Right.
Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, yo. And to be her father, I want to see the paperwork, because if that nigga just got to be like off or something. If he dead, what happened?
Right.
But it looks like it's the company, right?
Right.
Bessemer Trust Company,
which is her dad owns, or he's.
So if he died, it's gonna be a random nigga,
right?
Just running my life,
telling me what to do. And at the end of the day, y'all work for Britney. Y'all work for Britney, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one out here on stage singing, exactly. Time away from my kids, my husband, whoever,
right.
And, y'all think y'all can kind of tell me what to do with, like, y'all work for me. I tell you what to do, right?
How do you get out of that? Do you refuse? You can't refuse, so do you just put shit shows out? Or shit music?
I don't even think that, because she ain't even working no more. So now, I think, it's up to the judge. The judge has to actually. She said she didn't even know she could go to court and file an appeal to change it. But now that's what this last hearing was. She said her piece. First time we hear her talk. I know a lot of her fans are feeling, really good about it, because this is stuff they always thought, but it was no proof. And now she said, she's pretty much saying it. So it's up to the judge. It's up to the courts, which is mind blowing too a little bit. But I guess it happened in court. So as far as the dad given the conservatorship, so it's up to the courts, the judge, to say, okay, Britney is, she's a functional adult, and she doesn't need her dad controlling her person. I mean, I don't think he needs to control her money either. At this point,
how old is she? She got to be like 40. Like
she got to be up there. How old is Britney Spears?
She got to be up there. You can look it up.
Yeah.
And see, but recently they've been frying Jamie Lynn, her sister, too.
Cause saying what, that she knew some shit? Or?
She said that she knew some. She said she made a very conscious choice to only participate in Britney's life as a sister.
Wow, 39. She's 39 years old.
This woman 40 years old. She ain't got much baby time left.
Exactly.
Her natural body going like, I'm taking that bitch out and get pregnant. What you gonna do? Kill a baby?
Right.
Fuck you gonna do? I guess she need a doctor to do it. And they can't.
Right.
She's Britney Spears. She can't just walk up in somewhere.
Like they know who you are.
Damn, that's wild.
It's fucked up that she's going through that now. As much shit I try to talk about the whites and all that, and I don't want to hear your white tears and all that. I do feel a little bad for Britney Spears. It's just a fucked up situation. And they played with her whole being famous and people thinking she crazy. They kind of ran with that.
They did.
He took that to court like she's crazy. I need to control all her money.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
Like Selena Daddy.
Like Selena. Did you just say that?
I did.
Selena, no. Yeah. But real shit though. I mean, when it comes to that money, you know what I'm saying, and that fame, people do what they got to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's like money really can't buy you everything. I mean, this shit's a fucking. People say this all the time, right? But like, imagine having all the money and not being able to use it for what you want to use it on.
Right.
It's bananas. Like, you just want
Yeah.
to eat what you want, and that's it.
Right. It's just messed up. But onto some brighter, more colorful news.
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month. We in the end of Pride Month here.
It is.
It's almost over.
It is.
It is almost over. But yes, Pride Month is here, and I mean, I see people celebrating Pride Month like no other. Like, I've never seen it this. Celebrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do you celebrate Pride? Why do you celebrate Pride Month?
I mean, I'm just anti white cis male. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that it takes a lot of courage to come out of what you're stereotypically supposed to be like and what you're stereotypically supposed to like and love, and then say it so boldly. I don't know if I would have the courage to do that if I was in that situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
So pride is big for A, that one stance, but B, it's because black people are involved in that, and if you think that Black Lives Matter, you got to think about all the black lives. You know what I'm saying? That's all LGBTQIA plus, whatever they want to identify themselves as. If they black, then you got to give a shit about them. So as long as there's no black pride community, maybe I'll stop caring. But
right.
That's why I fuck with it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, Pride Month, I think, or being gay, all that, it's hard for people. You got like Lil Nas X, who is just fearless right now, as far as, once he kind of got over, the like, look, this, I done told y'all, now expect to see a gay nigga. You know what I'm saying? and that's that. And I admire his fearlessness. Like he's fearful in what he's doing. It's just you have to like respect those people, and a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? But as someone who is feels a part of the community, and growing up in a world where you're literally taught to hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And meaning who you are, but you're also told that that's wrong.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it takes you to get to be an adult, to actually embrace who you are. You know what I mean? So I fuck with Pride because, it's different type of gays, and for those who you can't help, you might not be able to see my gay, you know what I'm saying? But for the next dude, he might be a little softer or whatever that is, and he can't help but to be himself, you know what I'm saying? And to still walk around this world with people who are just a mess, you know what I mean? Like they hate you, and then it does stem from the good book, and I do feel like that's a lot where the blacks come from you, because we do that to our own, in our home. Gay boys aren't safe. Gay girls, boys aren't safe in their own home. And speaking of that, it's a video that went viral not too long ago. The boy Tyler in ATL, and literally a video of his family beating him, slapping him around. They push his headline back, carve gay in the side of his head, on live, and then after had Lil Tyler, actually defending them, saying like, "Yeah, y'all leave him alone. That was my brother. They're not abusing me. No, we saw it.
Yeah,
they definitely are. You know what I'm saying?
It goes on the internet.
It was live. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you did that to him, and then made him try to help you, defend you, once the world seen how that you won't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's like you want me to clean up your mess. I'm the mess you made. You know what I mean? And I gotta clean it up too. It's just a lot. But I know he's been removed from the house or something, and some the child services and stuff is involved and all that good stuff. But I mean, that reason alone, I think people should celebrate Pride, because there are people who gay, and niggas don't fuck with it. It's hard for them.
I think nowadays, I mean, it's not as accepted as it needs to be. But I think there a lot of people in that community are accepted more, especially easier when they're younger, in their teenage years. Because I know when I'm big 34 this year. I know when I
Oh
was,
boy.
when I was growing up as a teenager, it was quiet as it's kept,
Ooh.
And now you see a lot of youth, marching pride. You watch TV shows, they have, gay queer representation, transgender representation on TV
they hate
shows,
that too.
And yeah, and what I'm saying, I guess it's just like black folks. I mean, and there are black folks in the community, but it's nice to look up and see somebody that looks like you going through the same things that you are, or being who you want to be,
Right.
So, not saying it's easy at all, because I don't know it's not, but I can assume that it's not. But I mean, I think that nowadays it's becoming more and more, I guess like, yeah, every 3-4 folks, you're like, okay, one of y'all,
right?
Statistically,
yeah. Whether they tell you or not, you know what I'm saying? Like we know they exist here, And the only other thing I want to make a comment about that I see that really kind of gets under my skin, really bothers the hell out of me, and the BET Awards came on last night, which was good, but Lil Nas X, kissed the dude at the end of the performance, right?
Okay.
And once black folks see that, it's like, oh my God, they trying to put this on the kids, and the kids is watching, but the kids was watching when was it Madonna, Katrina, and Britney Spears kissed, when everybody's twerking and shaking ass, when Miley Cyrus was throwing it back on Robin Thicke. It's a lot of things that we do, and we don't care about the kids seeing that. So why can't the kids see that? Like what's so bad about it? Because kids need to know that people exist.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All type of people exist, but that's just something that irks my skin a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with that too. I got a question. I mean, because I saw a post with a dude. I mean, because like you were saying earlier, there are degrees of how people present themselves as gay. Some people are like, they're more completely out there, throwing it in your face. Some people are more
because they can't help it, right?
Some people are more reserved. So I mean, I saw a clip of like somebody in the gay community was talking. I saw on Instagram or something, and they were like, now that he's out, he's got to be all super gay. Some of the New Orleans cat, how they do things like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I guess is there policing in the gay community? Like saying, hey, yeah, you gay, you have to apply. You don't have to be fucking throwing yourself on the fucking billboard saying, hey, I like penis.
Right.
You could just be gay. You don't have to like.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so I think. I think in some gays do like the police because some people don't like someone who's just flaunting it and have it just wear it on their on their sleeve, I guess. But I think it goes back to being your authentic self and being who you are, And I can't help but to be nobody but me, and I say the same for anybody else, And people, niggas who are like crazy about pussy do not be. That's normal, right? It's like
Facts.
normal, like
Facts.
niggas get crazy and they might say the craziest shit. Like, I love pussy and I want all these women and I don't want one.
Talking about getting pussy.
You can't,
like bro, like we had Cracker Barrel, like get some fucking bacon.
And it's like the normal. It's like normal as shit. It's like okay, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this nigga who is talking about his sexual preference as well. And, it may be that another man, and because it makes you uncomfortable, it's like, you need to tone it down a little bit. You ain't got to be that gay.
Now, at the same token, the niggas who talk about how much they love pussy all the time are usually the people who are not really,
getting that much pussy.
Getting pussy, or they don't, they're not that comfortable in their sexuality, or they have to boast and brag. They're like, braggadocious or whatever it is, so.
Right. No, very true.
So I don't know.
It's hard, you know what I'm saying? And I think we've been conditioned to, like, be uncomfortable with that, you know what I mean? As far as homosexuality and whatnot. But another thing, too, we don't do it when it's two women, it's sexy, you know what I'm saying? Those same people who got a problem with Lil Nas X kissing a dude on TV, it's the same dudes who like seeing two women have sex. Like, it's okay. When women get married on the Facebook, congratulations, bro.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Somebody last night. I don't know. Somebody famous.
Young Miami from City Girls. They had a little after party. It was wild.
Yeah.
But it looks completely normal. You know, it's like completely normal to do that. So it is what it is. The world is changing, and niggas like Lil Nas X is gonna make niggas just have to, you know what I'm saying, accept the shit, you know, because he's not gonna be the only one. There's gonna be a lot more artists.
He's not, and he's talented. You know, so like, yeah, I mean, he passed the talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So